Good morning, good Erev Shabbos. Special greetings to our soldiers at Fort Jackson, at Shaw Air Force Base, everybody watching our video. One of the marks of a great leader is that they don't just think about today, they plan for tomorrow. They think about succession, continuity, and preparing others to carry on the mission. That's exactly what we see in this week's Torah portion with Moshe. As his life draws to a close, Hashem instructs him to appoint Joshua as his successor. God says, take Joshua, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand on him and give him some of your authority. The Jewish sages offer a beautiful insight into these two actions. They say that laying hands on Joshua is lighting one candle from another, while giving him authority is like pouring water from one pitcher into another. These two images teach us something very profound about leadership. Power and influence are often confused, but they're not the same thing. If I have power and I divide it among 10 people, I have less power than before. Power is limited. It decreases as it's shared. But influence works differently. If I inspire 10 people, I don't lose influence. Instead, it multiplies, like one candle lighting another. The first flame isn't diminished, there's simply more light. Moses actually held both kinds of leadership. He had the power as the leader who made decisions, organized the nation, guided them through challenges, but he also had influence as God's prophet, shaping hearts, minds, and faith. Power ended when Moses died, but his influence was just beginning. Thousands of years later, we still study his words and learn from his example. That's the difference. Power is temporary, influence is lasting. Judaism recognizes that power has an important place. Society needs leadership and order, but history also teaches that power can corrupt. Influence, however, is different. A teacher who shares wisdom doesn't become less wise. A mentor who develops others doesn't become less effective. Both people grow. As Moshe prepared Joshua, he passed on both power and influence. Joshua needed authority to lead the people into the promised land, but it was Moses' influence, his faith, his values, and example that truly equipped Joshua to become a great leader. The lesson for us is simple. We may not all hold positions of power, but every one of us has the ability to influence others. Every act of encouragement, every lesson we teach, every example we set can light another candle. And that's the kind of leadership that lasts after we're gone. And speaking of leadership, I'd like now to introduce you to the future leaders of the Jewish community right here in Columbia.
Ready, guys? I want to hear you. Everybody say ah! Ah! Everybody say ooh! Ooh! Everybody say I am proud to be a Jew! Everybody say ah! Ah! Everybody say ooh! Ooh! Everybody say I am proud to be a Jew! Woo!
What do you think of that?